It's Sunday, September 12th, 2021. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. Just wanted to make a quick video and just share some observations with you, go over a couple articles with you, and just kind of get your thoughts on where things are at right now and where they're going. And one of the things that I've observed over the weekend and really over the past few months is the restaurant industry. I don't think I've been to a restaurant in the last year where I had to wait in line to get a table. And this coming season here out in Palm Springs, as we're going to be coming into our winter season in a couple months, it's going to be very interesting to see what the restaurant industry is in store for, what the resorts are going to be in store for. But all summer, many of these restaurants were desolate, no lines, and I don't even know how many of the restaurants currently out here are even paying their leases, paying their rents. Please comment down below. What does the restaurant industry look like in your area? Are they busy? Are they packed? Out here, absolutely not. From fast food to fine dining, I have not seen a restaurant that is just overly packed, just not happening. No lines. And these eateries, these restaurants, they got big problems. You've got people out there very nervous about going out, and you've got staffing struggles where people just do not want to go back to work. And on top of that, you got people now who have run out of money. The unemployment checks, the unemployment benefits, the stimulus checks, it's all run out. And so now many of these people who were going out to eat no longer are going out to eat because the money has run out. But this article I was reading today in the Wall Street Journal, restaurants close dining rooms again. Restaurant plans to return diners to indoor tables are unraveling. McDonald's, Chick-fil-A are slowing their dining room reopenings. I can't even imagine that some of these places haven't even opened up yet, but it is true because there's a couple places out here that never reopened their dining rooms. They're still closed. Other restaurants are trying to squeeze more diners into outdoor patios while weather still allows. Well, if you live in Illinois or New York or Indiana or Minnesota, time is running out. These places are going to start getting cold. And this is going to be another blow to the restaurant industry, especially the small mom and pop restaurants. Winter is coming, and if they're relying on outdoor dining at this point, they're going to be in very, very big trouble. But we don't know, depending where you live, when things could close down again. Restaurants who saw businesses pick up earlier in the summer are now watching it fall again as diners grow nervous. And also, let's be realistic here. Yeah, there are people out there nervous, but there are people out there now, again, who are broke. How many of these people now who were reliant on benefits and unemployment and stimulus checks are no longer going out to dinner, no longer going out to lunch? This is going to be a huge impact on the restaurant industry. The money is running out, and it's going to impact a lot of industries. Many restaurants are closing early on weekends. You know, I can't believe how many restaurants out here in the Palm Springs area close at 8 o'clock. It could be a Friday night, 8:30. I mean, I don't know about you, but that's when, back in the day at least, I mean, that's like when I just started going out. I'd go out to dinner at 8:30, 9 o'clock at night with my friends. And now places are closing down at 8 o'clock, 8:30 on a Friday night. That's unbelievable. There's a diner out here that's only open on weekends from 9 o'clock in the morning till 1 o'clock in the afternoon, 4 hours a day for 2 days. I don't know how a restaurant or any business can survive working or having their doors open 4 hours a day for 2 days. I don't know. Many of these restaurants also no longer open for lunch, only open for dinner. How does an establishment survive being open for 5 hours out of the day just for dinner? Staffing struggles and all this uncertainty, and now the economy imploding. It's big, big trouble. And it's going to really affect small business owners. Bar and restaurants lost 41,500 jobs in the month of August. Again, this is appalling when you read this stuff. I put yesterday's video up on a couple forums because of the importance of owning gold and silver during all this, right? And it always intrigues me that when I put a video up talking about why you should own gold, why you should own silver, what's happening in the economy, and it's always on these silver and gold sites where people will say, JB, this guy JB is crazy. This is absolutely craziness. This guy's out of his mind. And yet these are the people that are on silver and gold forums. And if you watch yesterday's video, I'm pulling articles out of CNBC and regular media, and yet people can't believe it. And it's not me making it up. I'm just reporting the news. I'm just the messenger here. And yet people on these forums believe this is insanity. And so again, it really intrigues me that people are this lost, that they're in this much denial, especially being on a gold and silver forum, that they're this unaware, this uneducated about this economy. It's disturbing, actually, that we have people that are this lost, this far into the game. Going back to this 41,500 lost jobs in August, this is the largest monthly decline of any single sector. Chili's, the restaurant Chili's, the owner of Chili's restaurant, Brinker International, said last month's sales have begun to depress, and its shares are down 16% since June. Dave & Buster's, they're down 18%. Applebee's, owned by Dime Brands, down 14%. Many restaurants haven't even opened their dining rooms because they have no one to staff them. Again, another major problem here where people don't want to go back to work. They've now been conditioned to stay at home and play video games and wait for a check. And now it's getting very, very hard to motivate these people to get up and go to work. And as they're losing their homes, as they're losing their apartments, as they're being evicted, I don't know what's going to motivate these people to get back to work. But I guess when you get hungry enough, you'll go back to work. It's amazing. People will write to me and go that they would never do this job. They would never work for this much. They would never do that. You have no idea what you would do when you become hungry, when you begin starving, when your kids are hungry. People will do things they never thought humanly possible when they or their kids are starving. We have just have had so much entitlement. We've been so spoiled. We've gotten so soft here in America. And I believe that we're going to see a very, very abrupt wake-up call in America, and it is going to make people's heads spin. Fast food will survive with drive-thrus and automation, which will replace the human worker. Go to Lowe's, go to Home Depot, go to a Walmart, go to your grocery store. Self-checkout, 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 self-checkout. People don't realize that we're going to have less and less jobs and more people here in America, and those wages are not going to be buying much. But in the meantime, the small mom and pop businesses who don't have a drive-through, who don't have self-checkout, they are going to have a hard time surviving in all of this. And this is really a tragedy. I was reading an article earlier today from Edgy, why car dealerships will be extinct by 2025. It's pretty interesting. Car dealerships may not survive the coming wave of automation and e-commerce. These massive overheads. When you go to one of these dealerships, coffee bars, big screen TVs, the big leather couches, it feels like you're at a private club. And the overhead of some of these dealerships has got to be absolutely enormous. And how many dealerships do we really need? We're going to see the elimination of dealerships based on a couple things from this article. One of them, instant access to relevant information. Do you need a dealership for access to information? No, you can get it all online. Delivery options for products and services, all online. Variety of new payment forms, including cryptocurrencies. This will all be done online. More car buying options than ever. You can shop every option, every type of car, every maker, every model right online. So you have more car buying options than ever. People's oversaturation with advertising and sales-driven content all online. And when I was reading this article, I was thinking about another industry that is going to be very, very affected by the internet, by e-commerce, and by technology, and it's going to be real estate. We're going to see big changes in real estate, and I think that we're going to see the elimination of a majority of real estate agents in America. Do you really think that most people want to pay a 5 or 6% commission when they can easily use technology and use e-commerce to cut out the broker and the agent? That's coming. There's no doubt in my mind that you're going to see big changes in real estate. And if you're in the real estate industry, I really hope you're saving your money, because you've got a few things to worry about. It's going to be this housing bubble bursting, and it's going to be technology catching up and pushing you as an agent or broker right out, because it all boils down to money, right, ladies and gentlemen? Most people, I'm not saying that it will eliminate every agent. There will be the need for agents in certain situations, probably especially more in the luxury market. But for the average buyer and seller, they're going to have no problem eliminating those 6% commissions, no doubt about it. Another article today titled "Grocery Prices Headed Higher." This is according to Kroger. Grocery prices, ladies and gentlemen, I have no doubt are going to be much more expensive than they are today as I make this video. Beef prices are up 14% this year. Pork is up 12.1% this year. Poultry up 6.6% this year. Food prices have risen 6 months in a row, and I don't see it slowing down. Easily could go up the next 6 months from today. So much for transitory, right, ladies and gentlemen? No doubt the Fed has been lying to us. They can't be this dumb, right? I mean, these are smart people. They have to know what's going on. And as we're finding out more and more every day, as we go to the store, as we go to the gas pump, as we pay rent, as we pay the mortgage, as we pay insurance costs, as we just pay the cost of day-to-day living, there's nothing transitory here at all. This is by far not going to be temporary. This is going to get much worse, and it's going to last much longer than anybody had anticipated. I want to close with this. A lot of people just say, what can I do right now? JB, you never have the answers. And look, I don't give financial advice, as you all know. Let me make that very, very clear. I don't give financial advice. I share with all of you my daily thoughts. And thank you so much for commenting down below, because you've woken up so many people's minds and hearts with your comments. You really make people think outside of the box. You've woken people up to get in better financial shape, to walk closer to God, to really get things in their life under control. And you've shared so much knowledge and information from all over the world, all over the country. I can't thank you enough. You are really, really helping people to wake up and think for themselves. My answer to what can we do is to get in better physical shape. Taking care of your body is one of the most important things you can do. Again, people out there are always looking for the answers. People measure too much on wealth and money and, where do you live? What's your zip code? What are you driving? How much money do you have in your bank account? One of the ways to really be wealthy and to be rich is to be at peace with yourself and to be in good physical shape. Take care of the temple. Get rid of the debt. Okay? I don't consider people rich who live in big houses with massive mortgage payments. I consider people rich who live below their means and who have no debt. And I consider people rich who take care of their bodies and their minds. I mean, there's nothing more important, more valuable than your body and your mind. Because once that goes, nothing else matters, does it? I mean, if I had $5 million right here on the table and I couldn't walk and I was crippled, I'd give you every cent of that $5 million just so I could use my legs today, so I could walk again. Wouldn't even have to think twice about it. Wealth is not money, ladies and gentlemen. Wealth is not money. Wealth is not your zip code. Wealth isn't how big your house is. Wealth isn't what kind of car you drive. Wealth isn't how many friends you have or how many people on social media follow you. That is not wealth. Wealth is taking care of this, the body, the spirit, and getting those debts paid off so that you are not a slave. Being a debt slave to live in a big house does not make you rich. Being a debt slave to pay those lease payments on that car that costs you $800, $900, or $1,000 a month does not make you wealthy. Having this clear thinking, open, being able to think for yourself, having your spirit and heart in the right place, having your body in shape, and having your debts paid down is what I consider wealthy. I'm going to leave it there this evening. I hope everybody has an incredible week. Stay safe out there. And I look very, very, very forward to talking with all of you very, very soon. God bless every one of you.